All right, let's look at the homework 2.5, problem number 10. All right, so it says this. Use the intermediate value theorem to show that there is a root or solution of this given equation in the specified interval. All right, so you have this equation, so we should be able to find the solution between 0 and 1. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put all the terms on the left hand side so that we have this equation e to the x minus 9 plus 8x equal to 0. So this is an equivalent equation to the original equation. It's just that we moved all the terms to the left. All right. Then we're going to call this left hand side f of x. So function f of x. Right, we know that since the exponential function is continuous everywhere, right? So this is a linear function here, 8x minus 9. And if you add them up, still you have a continuous function. So everything is nice and continuous. And all we need is a continuity on the interval from 0 to 1, closed interval from 0 to 1. Right. So this satisfies the hypotheses for intermediate value theorem. Right. Then plug in, actually we have to check more. If you plug in 0 for for x, right? So you have, if you plug in 0, e to the 0 is 1 minus 9, so it's negative 8, plus 8 times 0 is 0, so it's going to be a negative 8. So f of 8 is a negative 8, right? And f of 1, so if you plug in f of 1, plug in 1 for x, so it's a e minus 9 plus 8, so e minus 1. So e minus 1. Right, we got that. All right, since negative 8 is negative, so it's going to be f of 0 is smaller than 0 because negative 8. And e is about 2.7. So 2.7 minus 1 is definitely a positive quantity. So f of 1 is positive. So we can take n in the intermediate value theorem to be 0. So there exists a number c in the open interval from 0 1, so between 0 and 1, such that the f of c is equal to n, but the n in this case, n is any number between those two guys, right? So is equal to 0 by intermediate value theorem, which means that that particular c is actually the solution of the original equation. So that proves that there is a solution. We don't know what it is, but we know that there exists at least one solution between 0 and 1 for that equation there. All right, that's it. Let's check the answer. All right, it came back and looks like we got all the parts correctly. So this is a typical application of the intermediate value theorem to prove that there is a solution on a specified interval. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.